Hello friends, welcome back. Let's talk about how to have better relationships with ADHD. So you might have noticed that I've not uploaded in a while. Well, that's because a lot of things have changed in my life. I've got a lot of new things going on, and that's made things quite hard for me to stay consistent as a YouTuber. Simply because so much of my free time is now taken up by wonderful adventures and spending quality time with my partner. Now, in the past, I have made a video where I basically stated that I was a confirmed bachelor, and I was kind of validating myself and convincing myself that I was quote-unquote better off single. Well, I still agree with a lot of the points that I made in that video, but sometimes when you meet someone and everything changes, you've just got to be open to changing your mind about things and be willing to see the positives that come with actually being in a relationship. It's important for me to preface this by saying that you should really aim to be with somebody that is at least willing to learn and be sympathetic to you. If you're just dating, you're not actually in a relationship yet, you can make this easier by telling your potential lover in your life as soon as possible about your condition and how it affects you. You can send them articles if you'd like to educate them and offer to let them know more, but you should really also let them know what you're doing to manage your ADHD. So first of all, let's quickly outline some potential pros and potential cons when it comes to being in a relationship and having ADHD. So the pros: improved structure, developing communication skills, and support. And I would say the cons would have to be potential overwhelm, organization-based conflict, and impulsivity or inattention-based conflict. So here's some tips that I would give myself if I could turn back the clock and save myself and my partner a lot of grief. Try to focus on communication. Make your relationship very, very communication-based. The more rehearsed you are at communicating clearly and being open about things, the easier it's going to be for you in the long run, because you can run into a lot of pitfalls and traps and mistakes along the way due to the fact that you're just a bit inattentive or impulsive. Use alarms and calendars. I find that these are essential tools to help you stay on track, and it's really important for things like events, keeping promises, and keeping commitments. And lastly, I would say get therapy for any emotional issues and coping mechanisms that you have. Now, it can help when the other person calls you out on your inattention or impulsivity. This can help you to develop a stronger sense of urgency. It can help you to develop stronger time management skills, better communication skills, and a stronger sense of self-awareness. The more you know your traits, your potential pitfalls, the easier it is to communicate that and put things in place to avoid those mistakes. So don't get into the habit of blaming every single thing on your ADHD. It's not always ADHD, because a lot of it is to do with your habits and your beliefs, but ADHD is obviously just going to emphasize any issues and bad habits you already have. A lot of the issues that I've had in my current relationship and my past relationships have largely been down to my inattentiveness. It would cause me to be unreliable, untimely, and repeatedly cause me to not listen to what the other person was saying. Pretty annoying for them, and also frustrating for me when it kept happening. So when it comes to organization, you'll need to step up your game with your routines by communicating your plans and practice being present. For instance, you may find yourself getting carried away with something that you're doing and getting sucked down into a rabbit hole of hyperfixation. I've been there many times and it's caused a lot of problems for me. So you'll need to ensure that you have your plans and obligations scheduled on your calendars and alarms to avoid letting your partner down. Now, I understand that this is all far easier said than done, but this is why I always preach that taking some time out to set things up in advance and utilizing the tools that I've mentioned is crucial to help you help yourself and ensure that you're more aware of the consequences of your actions or inaction. It's been a lot of hard work and a lot of adaptation for me to finally get better at these things and improve my skills. If you communicate with your partner clearly and honestly about your biggest struggles and where you tend to fall short, that can help alleviate some of the pressure. That can help her or him to understand where you're coming from and that none of what you're doing is by any means malicious or uncaring. Sometimes having a partner can really help you get your life together, to organize yourself, to improve your structure, and just give you a better routine day to day. That's the way it's been for me. Before I met my partner, my life was pretty shambolic. It was pretty unstructured, and anything went. So above all, I'd say the biggest reason why I like being in a relationship, despite having ADHD, is that my partner, she grounds me. She's someone that helps me to come back down to earth and get refocused on things that I need to be focused on. But she also supports me. She also encourages me and calls me out when I fall short of things. But she also is sympathetic and understanding. She takes time to try to understand and learn about my condition while simultaneously helping me become the best partner I can be. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one, and let me know how your relationships are going or what you think. Remember to stay strong and stay focused. Done.